Hello, hello, hello. I am Josette Yvonne, your abundant life and divorce coach, coming on for a quick moment with a quick message on this Tuesday. I hope this video finds you well. So, I haven't come on in quite some time and shared the card I pulled from my Ayan Van Zant deck, but I wanted to come on and share this one because it felt like the perfect time with the seasonal changes. You know, winter's gone, now we're in spring, and I think it'll be helpful and resonate with many people. So, for those of you that have never watched, I have a card deck called Check Yourself, and this was created by Ayan Van Zant. And normally I would pull a card weekly, and sometimes I come on and share if it really resonates. And this is one of them. So the word for this week is nourish. So let's get into it and read it. Feed yourself whatever makes you feel strong and satisfied, inside and out. Nourish your soul, your heart, your spirit. Nourish yourself with a stroll, a meditation, a prayer, a conversation. Partake of a good book, a movie, a cookie. End every day with the essentials like peace, love, quiet, reflection, and creativity. Then have hot soup or tea, and some of you may have coffee. I really loved this card, Nourish, because a lot of times when we think about nourish, we think about nourishing as far as feeding ourselves well with healthy foods like fruits and vegetables. But it kind of reminded me also of I remember growing up, there was the Chicken for the Soul books, and those would help nourish people's soul. Now, of course, now we have so many more options to nourish our souls, as far as moving our bodies, which that's always been one, but now we have the YouTube where we can connect. We have the Facebooks and the Instagrams and the TikToks that may also nourish us if we're following certain people that feeds us in that way. And I guess with the springtime, just with decluttering, with renewing yourself, I thought about this because as you're removing things, you want to make sure that wherever you're bringing in the place of those things, that is providing some kind of nourishment, even if it's like great conversation. I can remember being on the phone with my cousin the other day, and she was just like, this is such a great conversation. I enjoyed talking to you. And I think for both of us, it was just very nourishing. Even for like some of my homegirls, we'll say the same thing, like, oh, that feels so good. Like, I can remember when I stayed in Birmingham, like getting so excited to see some of my friends when we go to lunch real fast. And I would run in there, and I would just light up and be like, oh, there's my friend, so-and-so. She's so much fun. We caught up, and we would leave, and we would feel so filled up because we were both pouring into each other, catching up, wishing each other the best, positive vibes. It just felt good. And so don't forget to take some time to nourish yourself. Like she said, some hot tea, great conversation, quiet time, meditation, prayer. Pour into yourself this spring. The things that you are decluttering that is not nourishing you, make sure to replace it with the things that will nourish you, with the people that want to nourish you. And it's so funny, when I read this card, my coach had just sent out the April journal prompts. And I opened it on Sunday. And I just got through cleaning up on that day. And the first question on the journal prompts was, how are you prioritizing yourself? And it's so crazy. I remember I had wanted to go get my nails done the other week. I had been planning to paint them. I had wanted to wear my feet out because it's been getting warm. And it's something like having a nice pedicure. And I remember, I think it was Easter weekend, and I saw my sister and all them, and they had theirs all nice and pretty. And I was like, I meant to go and I haven't did it. So on Sunday, when I finished cleaning up, I cut the TV on. I went and I picked out some nail polish out of my closet and I painted my toes. I was like, I've been wanting to do this for a while. I need to prioritize this. I want it done. I want to wear sandals. I want my feet to look pretty. I'm going to stop and do it now. Even though I'm trying to finish cleaning up, I'm gonna stop. I cleaned up most of the house. All I have is this bathroom left. I'm going to stop and prioritize myself in this very moment and paint my toes. It was something that was so simple that made me happy, but it was something that I had been putting on the back burner of I'm going to get to it. I'm going to go to the nail salon. I'm going to take care of it at nighttime, but I just was never getting around to it. Each night I would go get in the shower and I would lotion up, and then I would lay it down, honey. I would go to bed. Or watch a little TV, or I would end up reading. And you know, once you paint your nails, you want to be careful because you don't want them to not be dry, and then you wake up with some smeared polish on your toes and you gotta start over again. But anyway, I said all that to say, make sure you are nourishing yourself. Make sure you are taking time to prioritize yourself and your needs on this Tuesday, during this spring, because there are many new things blooming and you should be one of them. You should be blooming as well. So I'm headed out to do a quick walk because I want to get into some summer clothes. I'm tired of walking around with Nike and Adidas and stretchy pants. So my goal is to get back in some shorts, some real shorts that are not athletic wear. So anyway, take care. I hope you have the most amazing Tuesday. I hope you nourish yourself. I hope you pour into yourself, pour into others as well if you can. You know, let me just add this, because recently I have seen, I think this is the third time this last couple of weeks, mothers, single mothers that have, like, and I'm not sure about their mental state, but they have gone on vacation and left their children at home. And I know one young lady, I think she may have pled guilty and said she had some kind of mental illness. But this is what I'll say, as moms, it is so important. It is so important that we nourish ourselves. You cannot continue to pour into your children and into others if you are not pouring into yourself. Just like they say to make sure you pay yourself first, make sure you are nourishing yourself first if you can. Even if it's, you have to wake up early in the morning time. I wake up at 5:30 and 5 a.m. so I can nourish myself before I get my kids up to nourish them. I'm making sure I'm getting some water in, some meditation time in, sometimes just quiet time before the house get started. And even in the evening times, let me tell you, sometimes I load that dishwasher up in the evening times, and sometimes some things are in the sink. After I get the kids in the bed, I go sit somewhere quietly, or I go take me a shower, and I just nourish myself, because I know, like, okay, I'm going on E. I'm going on E. I gotta let me eat something. Let me, you know, write something. Let me just be. And I feel like some of these moms that are, they're feeling overwhelmed. They're feeling overwhelmed, and they're trying to refill and nourish themselves by doing this getaway, you know, and going on these vacations. But we can nourish ourselves even if we're not going on vacation. We can still nourish ourselves. We can still pour into ourselves. Saturday, I went and got me a lavender matcha from Starbucks. I wanted one. I was like, you know what? Everything's washed up. Everything's just about done. I'm going to have a seat for a minute while everyone is, taking a nap or playing with their friends. I'm going to take a moment, and I'm going to sit down and just breathe and have me a lavender matcha and just take a moment to nourish myself. So this goes to moms. Make sure you're nourishing yourself. This goes to everybody, but moms also, because like I've said, I've just seen it several times where, I think people are seeking, I won't say escapism, but I think they're so overwhelmed, they feel like they have to get away to feel good, to, reset. And you can reset at home, but you're gonna need to do it while the kids are sleeping, or while they're out to school, or take some mental health days from work, or some self-care days from work, put in a PTO and have you a staycation. But yeah, take some time out. Prioritize yourself. Nourish yourself. Anyway, I hope this video finds you well. I hope you have an amazing Tuesday. I have a free ebook in my bio, Self-Care, Path to Inner Peace. Hit it out for my walk. That's part of myself, prioritizing myself and nourishing myself, because I need to get down and drop some of these pounds. Maybe I'll talk about that later on once I get some of them off, is how I'm dropping these pounds, because we dropping these pounds. We not walking around with this. Anyway, have an amazing day. Take care. Stay in peace. Stay positive, and stay in power, okay? Bye-bye.